tonight in November. Snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
They go play action with McDonald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete.
15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
15.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Play action. It's McDonald. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Lions, nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's McDonald. And that is incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. McDonald sets to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 3rd down, McDonald. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Lions
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On second down, it's Cook. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Cousins now from the 50. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
It's 4th down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Lions 0.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Cousins now to throw on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for the Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And they got the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, somebody's been up to the task so far in this game. They're already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Looking to throw on second down. McDonald. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
A 3-yard
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, McDonald. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Down at the 33-yard
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got room. He got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
10 at the 28-yard line.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
To the air again, it's Cousins. The try was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Taken in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, McDonald. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, McDonald. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammate's going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Cousins to throw. And Cook has it left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
For Justin Jefferson, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
3-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
On second down, here's the option. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Griffin. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Cousins got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The 16-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 16, Cousins. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Throwing is Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 4-yard line. Back to the ground, Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
He was brought
They're
down.
pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Swift.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
DeAndre
I
Swift.
feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Swift.
And He's got some space here. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Cousins now. Setting up the screen for Cook. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 32 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's McDonald to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
As he takes this up near the 25.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's McDonald.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
picked up by Anthony Harris. A huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
At the 24-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
A loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, McDonald. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 3rd and 10. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, McDonald. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Nigel Braddock. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins being chased out left. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
They'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
That right there, Charles, I think is a prime example of what they're scared of. They said, yeah, you can run. We know you can take off, but be smart. He got hit pretty hard there.
A lot of these young quarterbacks, they like to tell us that they become running backs when they take off. But they have to remember, at all times, they're quarterbacks. Protect yourself. Slide. Get out of bounds. Don't take that kind of hit.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on second down. McDonald. A quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
This one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Play action. It's McDonald.
Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
Smart his hip, and he cuts it up.
And this belongs to the Vikings.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. 31 yards there and a first down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Cousins here to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.